All right. How do you express your faith? How do you share your faith as a Christian? How do you interact with others in relation to what you believe? Because Jesus said, "Go and make disciples of all nations. Preach the gospel to all creation." And in Paul's first letter to the Corinthians, he said, "An obligation has been imposed on me, and woe to me if I do not preach it." It is our job as Christians to express our faith and to share that goodness and joy that we have with the people around us. How do we do it? Well, first, it is so important to realize that if you openly define yourself as a Christian, everything that you say or do becomes associated with other people's view of Christianity. You become an example of what a Christian is to the people around you. So, for example, if you regularly use disrespectful language, someone might come to the conclusion that, oh, Christians are okay with using disrespectful language. Or if you define yourself as a Christian, but you regularly go out and get drunk on the weekends, someone might come to the conclusion that, oh, Christians are cool with getting drunk on the weekends. You just need to be aware of the fact that you represent something bigger than yourself, and your life is a testament to others of what it means to be a Christian. So in that sense, we are obligated to set a good example, to be kind, loving, respectful, compassionate. Simply living in a Christ-like way, we're able to share our faith by example. When it comes to interaction, the same thing applies. When you interact with someone in a disrespectful or negative way, that conveys the wrong message about what you stand for. So instead, be intentional about being kind, being caring. Hold yourself to a standard and present yourself in a way that is consistent with Christian morals. And that sure can be hard. It's definitely not easy to show love or respect when you are not getting it in return. But that's the basis of Christianity. God's love, agape, self-giving love, means no need for reciprocation. Love regardless of circumstances, unconditional. And if that's what Christianity stands for, if that's the message that we want to convey, that's the way we need to be. Discussion. Verbally sharing your faith, especially with someone who doesn't believe. And especially with someone who is firmly against what you believe. How do we do it? Number one, don't try to win an argument. If they're being narrow-minded and you're being narrow-minded, no one is going to break through, okay? Instead of trying to win an argument, make your intention instead to openly share perspectives. Make the other person feel like their opinion is valued. It might not be something that you agree with, but if you immediately disregard and disrespect what they have to say, how do you expect them to listen to what you have to say? So make it a dialogue, make it a discussion, not an argument. And then you'll better be able to relate your thoughts. And from there, the most important thing is that everything you say is out of love. Ensure that anything that you say is with the intention of willing the good of the other person. And make them feel that. Let them know that you genuinely want the best for them, that you care, that you're sharing your perspective because you think that will benefit them, not just to succeed in your own agenda. And that again means being open to their perspective. You can't just assume you know what's best for someone or what someone needs to hear without knowing where they're at first. And then you can present them with an alternative or a different perspective, not just because you think you need to be correct, but because you think it's what's best for them. Jesus didn't come to win an argument. He didn't come share the good news just to prove a point, or for his own personal glory, or for the sake of telling everyone they were wrong just so he could be right. He came to share love, to share hope and joy. He became one of us. He took on weakness, stepped into our shoes to understand our perspective and genuinely offer us something better. And if we're to accurately portray what it means to be a follower of Christ, we need to do the same. To act and speak with openness and understanding, and with kindness, respect, and love.